What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of This War of Mine, a survival simulator which has been really fun so far. Let's go ahead and have a pan and scan around through our team members. So she's hungry and she's tired. I don't really know how to fix that aside from maybe, I don't know, we should probably eat something, right? Let's go ahead and have her eat. I'm gonna have Bruno come down here and let's have him create some sort of like stove so that we can craft ourselves more food, because I think this is raw food right here. And so being able to take the meat would be much better than still hungry. Oh my god, everybody's still hungry, right? He's slightly sick still. I was hoping that a night of rest would actually make him feel a bit better, but I guess not. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to create a stove. As simple as it gets. Just burn some fuel made of wood, books, or components, and then use some water to cook a meal more nutritious than raw food. So I'm going to make one of these, and we can drag and drop this just about anywhere that we want to. And I think I'll probably put my crafting hubs down in here in the bottom floor, I guess. I don't know, I'm nervous about things being above ground. People are naturally cautious about going down into basements and things. And so I think I'm going to try and build as much as I can down in the bottom of the map before I do anything else. So I don't know if it was worth it for me to eat that. Let's have her go down here and we'll see if we can make ourselves like guns or anything else, because we did take the time to bring back all that componentry in the previous episode. I'm hoping that we might be able to put something together here. We may need a better workbench though. We got a lot of sugar, so a moonshine still might be able to work. I would put a lot of stock in the ability to create alcohol. That's a really big deal. People will trade just about anything for alcohol, to be honest. Something to make the problems go away for a bit. The furnace I don't think we need just yet. It hasn't been cold. I mean, what's the temperature right now? It's plus 16, so it hasn't been that cold. It will get cold eventually, my assumption would be anyways. But for right now, not going to worry about it. Not gonna worry about it. He's over here constructing the stove. We've got Katya. What do we have? Is there an advanced workshop? A metal workshop. Let's make one of those since we have the things that we need in order to make like guns and fun stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll just make ourselves a very basic workshop right here. I'm gonna try and keep everything confined to the bottom floors. Not really gonna build the top floors up too frequently. I think that I could probably send him up here to make the best of his time. I mean, if he's not feeling well, I guess that's that. But I'm going to have him go up here and we'll have him... I guess I could have put the stove in by the kitchen, I guess. That was probably poor planning on my part, because now he's got to walk around and do a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, not you, not you, not you. I'm sorry. I clicked on the wrong person. Go up there and clear that rubble. You lady, what can you do for me here? You can create a crowbar, a homemade tool you can use to pry things open. It takes 10 components. We've got a lock pick, which would be useful for picking locks. We do have a whole lot of locked things in here. You can also make a weapon. You can make a knife out of weapon parts and out of... Okay. Okay, so that is an option. I mean, it is a thing that we might need. Maybe hold back on picking through the rubble until we get some other things done. Let's make a lockpick. Let's make a lockpick and get into one of these locked bureaus that we haven't been able to get in. No, not you, not you. Go over there. Alright, so Bruno. Bruno's tired, unfortunately. What can you do for me? You can create meals, and so we need to create some fuel. Let's make a couple fuel, I guess. And so after crafting a couple fuel, hopefully that'll put us in a better situation. So she's got a lockpick. Let's get to work unlocking this cabinet, I guess. I would like things in my house to be... Not you. You. Over there. There we go. I'd gladly eat something. Yeah, I would too, honestly. Oh, okay, so... I heard about an aggressive group that is wandering in the area. Oh, that's not good for us. That's terrible. I guess now that you've got this, though, we can go ahead and we can make ourselves some food. We've got a simple cooked meal. More nutritious than raw food, but better with vegetables. I think I'm going to go for simple cooked meals. We'll make 2 of them for right now. I don't know how long we have to wait until people get too hungry to where they don't want to do anything anymore. But we'll try and make it work. After she picks the lock, I'm going to have her rest up for a little bit. I think we're going to take her out scavenging again tonight. She's going to pick that lock right there. Hopefully we don't get whammied right here. If we end up with really bad stuff out of here, it's going to suck. Ooh, we got ourselves some medications. They have a terrible taste, but can save your life if you fall ill. Okay, we got some food. That's good. We got some herbs, got some water, and we got some books. Alright, well that's not terrible. It's not the best pull that we've ever had, but it's a pull. It's a pull nonetheless. So I suppose I'm going to have him eat. Okay. And then I'm going to have him come back over here. We've got Pavel nice and hungry right now too. I'm going to have him eat. Actually, come back and prepare another meal for her. It's not good to be alone anymore. Yeah, I bet. This place sucks. This place is brutal. Get back up there, make more lockpicks. I'd like to have access to our own home before we do anything else. And so there's a big meal right there. Well, we've got the bits and pieces. I guess we'll just make a big meal. And maybe I won't feed her until later when she's like really hungry, and then she can eat the big meal, and that'll keep us all taken care of possibly. I have no idea. I really have no clue what I'm working towards right now. I am not a master of this game. Since you're going out later, I would prefer that you take a nap. I'm going to have her scavenge. I mean, what is Pavel doing? He's slightly sick. If I read his bio, does it say what kind of sickness? Because I don't want to waste pills if... Alright, well, I'll have him go take some pills, I guess. I don't know. He was coming down here to eat, wasn't he? Okay, we'll get him to eat in just a minute. We'll have him hustle for just a second. He's tired. She's resting at the moment, so I think I'll give her a couple hours since she is our scavenging force. Don't really have too much choice right there. We're going to have to go out and get componentry and parts in the next day. I think that's what we're going for next. We're going to try and bring back as much wood and as much random stuff as we can. We've got enough meals laying around to where they can all feed themselves. I don't know how long that stays good or if it goes bad or anything like that. Learning experience for me because this is a blind playthrough. So if we do something dumb, well, I guess that'll be that. Slightly sick, but he's on meds. The pills should help. Okay, that's fine. We've also got canned food over here, so let's have him eat a meal now. He's feeling good. He's tired, but we'll bring him back up here. Do I have enough right now to build another bed? I would love to have people, like, grab another bed and do something that we can do with it. You know, like sleep. Just, like, lay around. I like how it's just like a mattress on pallets. I mean, you make do with what you have. You definitely make do with what you have. On this side of bed. We don't have enough materials for a bed, unfortunately. We do have water filters. We do have things for fuel. But I'd rather wait on it right now. It looks like we're about to run out of time. So, Pavel, you hustle on over here real fast before we run out of time. And you eat yourself a meal. Get yourself fed. She's been resting for a while. I don't know if that's going to work. Where we have enough food for the next day. But I'm going to have... Actually, let's have him scavenge. He's not tired, so I don't see any reason not to have it happen that way. She's still hungry. They're both tired. I'm just going to have them both crash out. I'm not going to watch it. They said there's a dangerous group in the area, though. We don't have any weapons. That's my only problem there. Maybe I'll have her on guard while... Actually, she hasn't... Let's have her... I don't think he slept at all. Has he? We'll have her on guard. It'll be okay. He'll scavenge the abandoned cottage. Let's go. He's not going to take anything with him. I don't see any point in doing so. Let's get him going on scavenging. And hopefully we don't get cut off too soon by something being like right in the entryway of the building that we want to scavenge. I want him to bring back materials. We've got enough food for the next day or so. And so I'd really prefer that he have materials. Now, I don't know if because he's sick he's going to cough or do anything else that might give us away. We've got to think about scary stuff like that too as we play the game. But for right now, all I really want out of this building are things that could be useful for making our habitation space a lot better. At the moment, it's a little bit skimp, and I'd like to build a few things to make our life easier. Namely, I'd like to get beds for everybody. I'd like to make sure that everything is where it needs to be. I'm going to hold off on stuff like the Rolos right here. Rolos, that's just a cigarette. That's all that it is. It's a cigarette paper. I mean, it could be something that you could bargain in a pinch. You can make bombs out of fertilizer. So, oh, you can use it as bait for traps. Okay, well, I was thinking about it for the nitrates. You could definitely make an explosive. That's actually the most common thing that people make explosives out of are large amounts of fertilizer, so much so that the government actually keeps tabs. So, for example, places like Home Depot and places that sell gardening supplies, they have to actually report it if somebody comes in and buys like a shit ton of fertilizer. Or at least I would assume they would, because if I was going to make a bomb, that's the first thing that I would do. I would go get fertilizer. In a heartbeat. I mean, the nitrates out of that thing, you make a real big boom. You can make a big bang if you wanted to. Definitely get your own particular brand of universal creation going on through destruction. I'm going to have him get on out of here. All we wanted for today were the supplies. We're going to keep hitting this place. Pavel has returned. Pavla. It's like the tabla for the South Park fans out there. Hopefully he brought back a bunch of useful stuff. I'm really, really, really hoping we'll be able to make something good out of all of this. If we can't, then we're just going to have to bear with it for now. I don't know if the food goes bad as time goes along. That's going to be another thing. If we mess that up and food isn't any good, we're going to be in trouble. And so he got back from the long haul. What I'd like him to do for right now is I'm actually going to have people... We've been raided. Somebody came by at night and took our things by force. Someone tried to rob us. They didn't seem very determined, so they managed to only do minor damage. We had no weapons. Bruno and Katya were wounded, but the attackers didn't steal anything. We should put more people on guard. What's wrong with you? All this shelling, sniper fire, and lack of supplies makes you want to hide away, sit down, and cry. But we can't let that crush our spirit. We have to show them that they can't take away our dignity. It's difficult here, but you know how we did it on our street. Slightly wounded. Better to not provoke people. Slept poorly. Alright, well, we're going to have to deal with that. Sleep deprivation is just a thing that happens when you're in this situation. It looks like the food may have gone bad. That's not good. That means we're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive in our scavenging. So because she's very tired, I'm going to have her go rest for right now. He slept poorly, but at least he's still on his feet. And so what I prefer to do for right now is I'm going to have him build us more beds, I guess. Or at least something that we can make use of. Possibly a radio seems good. A rainwater collector. Oh, that's a big deal. Let's make a rainwater collector. Does this run up to the roof? Or what do we do with this? I assume that it needs to be outside. Or do the pipes run all up by their lonesome? If we could run it up to the roof, that's not too bad. But I don't know how the placement works with this. It's not being real specific right now. I guess you don't have to put it outside. I suppose I'll put it up here, maybe? I don't know. It seems like it should be closer to the top floor, right? Because it's got pipes on it and it needs to drain from either the gutters or the runoff. I'll place it right there. That's a really, really big deal for us. That's a huge deal. If we can collect rainwater, we should be alright. Because Pavel went out and scavenged, I'm going to have him eat the meal. She's hungry. Got a little bit of canned food left. If we can't get more food, we're going to be in trouble, though. Oh, never mind. We got multiple meals left. Okay, we'll have her go eat it then. It's cold, but at least it'll be okay. He's tired. She's very tired, which leads me to believe I should probably get people resting for the next little bit. We don't have a whole lot of stuff to do right now, and so what I may have Pavel do is make another bed up here so that we can have two people rest simultaneously so that during the night shift they can stay awake. I don't think we've been raided yet during the day, and I don't think that's a problem, so it hasn't happened yet, so I'm going to assume it's not a problem. That might be stupid, but what does this do? Oh, you can spend a half of an hour. Oh, you use the filters with it to craft more. Okay. So we've got plenty of water for right now. I'm not going to waste time on that. Instead, I'm going to have him come over here. And let's make ourselves another bed. Oh, we're low on materials. Damn it. Okay. So I don't know how you make people rest in this situation. If we don't have any... Someone's at the door. Open up. I brought something for barter. Okay. Let's have someone go up and help. I mean, he could be lying to us. That's the only thing I'd be worried about right now is maybe he's lying. It wasn't easy to get here, so let's make it worth it. Alright, let's barter. Let's do this thing. The other thing you always have to worry about when you barter is the possibility that this guy will then... He'll barter with you, but then he'll leave, come back with his friends later knowing what your stocks are. And so you never want to take somebody, if you're trading, you want them to be watched. If you have multiple people like this, you want one person to stay with the trader. You don't want to talk about what you have in front of him. You want to bring out stuff, but never show them what your full stockpile is. Ask them what they're interested in, basically. Put it on them and be like, what are you looking for, so that you don't have to divulge what you have. We have sugar. I would love to get some food. So let's go ahead and line up the things that I want. We need bandages because people are hurt. I would love to get more weapon parts as well. The sugar... Actually, I thought sugar would be more valuable than it is. Okay, that's fine. Whatever, we'll remove that. Let me see what I can do here. We've got fertilizer. We've got canned food, but I'd rather keep the canned food for myself. Instead, we've got plenty of water. So maybe throw the filters in there that I crafted. We'll throw that over there. Maybe get rid of some of the gun parts. I mean, we've got gun parts, so... Maybe... What's offsetting this right now? Okay, so let's start with the meat. We'll trade one thing at a time. Okay, so fine, we have a deal right there. Let's add... Oh, the bandages are hard. Okay, so for medication, he's going to make us... Okay, so he's going to make us wait on medication then. What is this? Moonshine. Moonshine, okay. So we should probably get on making our own moonshine then, since we have such a large sugar supply. I'm not going to trade him any of our firearms materials. Oh, he said, fine, we have a deal. Hold on. We'll give him 2 fertilizer for right now. We'll take the weapon parts. I think I might be able to scrounge up more tonight than what I want to get rid of. We have a lot of herbs for smoking. Well, it says they're for medication, too. We don't know what to do with them for right now, though, so it's kind of... Might get rid of some books. Just to see what we can bring home here. Okay, so we've got a couple wood right there. The filters I'm not really concerned about. We do have... Actually, we have 5 water for right now. Maybe we don't have enough water. Maybe I should be a little bit more careful about my water supply. The electrical stuff I'm trying to hold on to because we can make a radio out of it. But we've got surplus parts. Maybe this is all... I'm going to trade slowly for right now. Let's trade... If I take those out, what does he want in trade? Like if I could add another fertilizer and maybe some herb. Alright, so there we go. Deal. Okay, so he's going to stay for a little bit. What I want to do right now... She's resting... Okay, awesome. She's resting. He's hungry. Let's have him come down. We just got some more food. I'm going to have him make some more water because our water supply is actually not what I thought it was. We may have to hang out tonight and just stay here. I'm going to make some weapons, though, just in case we have to do guard duty because we did get raided last night. While I don't relish the thought of not going out and scavenging, because we need to do it, we could use an extra person, too. That's the other thing that I'm coming across right now. All things to think about. Let's make some water here. I don't know how that's going to do us. We might get 4 water out of it. I have no real barometer for how this is going to benefit us right now. What's he doing? He doesn't have fuel, unfortunately. But if we did, we could make 2 more meals. Let's hold off on the meals right now because we've got the fresh food. And so is that working on its own right now? It looks like it is. So I guess you pop the filters in and then you come back later and harvest it. Let's go back down to this floor. Is she untired yet? No, she's still exhausted. Alright. Let's come back down here. Let's construct another bed, I guess. Over on this side, he's hungry. Let's dig into the canned food for a little bit. Unless I can wait longer, I guess. If I can wait longer, then... Let's see what happens if we let people get really, really hungry, I suppose. I'm going to have him come up here and let's see if we can craft ourselves a bed or something. Or is that what he's doing? I think that's what he's doing already. Make another bed and just kind of see how people hang out here. Let's make another bed. Get people all shacked up right now. Make sure that they're rested throughout the day. And the final thing that I'd like to make are some weapons. And so I'm going to have him come on over here. People are slightly wounded. They're not feeling so great right now. But this is my first test run of the game, so I haven't really learned what does what and, you know, what things are going to backfire on me. For right now, I'm just trying to keep it really... Actually, we need to go to the metal shop for that, don't we? Let's go to the metal shop. Ooh, we need more componentry to make that happen, unfortunately. So we need wood and we need components. Alright, well we just used those up on a bed, so I guess that's that. Sleeping on a floor is terrible, even if it's... Especially if it's not carpet. If you're just sleeping on concrete, it's just like, oh my god. It's going to be really, really miserable. It's going to get worse before it gets over, that's for sure. Almost the end of the day right now. I don't really know how to help anybody else out. I mean, we're just trying to get facilities up and running. I think I'm going to have to send somebody out to scavenge again. So I think I choose Pavel since he's the least hurt. I'm going to have him rest down for a little bit. She's only on kind of tired right now. He's hungry, but he slept. That's the thing, is he slept. So... And actually, I'm testing the parameters of the hunger system right now with him, so I'm not going to eat my food. I'm going to wait on it. The raw food we can turn into meals in just a little bit. How's the water collection going? Water collection's done. Okay, so let's have somebody go up there and investigate the water collection. We should think about putting together more beds. Well, I'm working on it right now. I'm doing my best. Doing my best, bud. Oh, she's done sleeping. Awesome. Great. Really, really good. That means that I'm probably going to have her... How long does it take to harvest that? I guess I'll have him get on making that for right now. I mean, we're right at the end of the day, so I don't know if he's going to accomplish it or not. But it's more water. It's more water, it's more water, it's more water. I'm going to have him... He slept poorly, but I'm going to have him sleep in a bed. We have 2 people sleeping in a bed right now. We don't have... Well, we do have food to last the next day. So technically we don't have to scavenge right now. But I think we should. I mean, I think it's ill-advised if we don't. So I'm going to leave the place unguarded for right now. We don't have a whole lot of stuff to steal anyways. So maybe it'll work out for us. Let's cross our fingers and hope. I mean, if they end up stealing some of our better stuff, we don't have weapons to stop them anyways. We did get raided. I'm going to have him guard. Actually, we have 2 beds, so let's have 2 people guard. We'll have them just hang out, and if we can sleep during the day, we'll sleep during the day because there's not much other work to do. We have 2 guards. I'm going to have him go. Let's get him started. We're going to go back to the cottage again, and hopefully nothing terrible happens here. We've been hitting the same place over and over and over again, but there's still stuff for us to take, so I say why not? Why put ourselves at risk? Maybe it'll deteriorate over time, too. That's the other thing that I hadn't really thought about is maybe other people... Okay, so there's somebody in the living room right now. There's only Rolos. Is somebody living here right now? Because there's somebody right there, I don't know what to do with a lot of this. We'll take all the wood. Let's look through the keyhole. Let's have a little look-see here. I'm going to have him sneak around, stay nice and quiet to try and avoid getting any attention. If this guy has a weapon, I suppose that our scavenging trip is over. If he doesn't have a weapon, he's a football player. He might be able to outfight him just based on physique. Oh, they're talking about looking through the other way. Oh. It won't open. It's barred from the other side. So that's even worse. That leads me to believe that maybe this individual... No, don't sprint. Don't do that. If I can run away, I'm going to try. Oh, it's a rat. Okay. Well, now I feel foolish. I feel really stupid. I was being paranoid about nothing. Let's bring back whatever we can right now. I don't think there's any reason not to. There was still stuff in here, as I remember. Yeah, we've got electrical parts. We've got components. And so this is actually the kind of stuff that we would need in order to make our life a lot better. I'm going to look through the hole right now. I don't see anything. There's a scavenging point, though. What might be a wise idea is actually to centralize... Oh, I can't get back into those. So what I was thinking about doing is taking things from inside the building and piling them up in all these areas so that I don't have to infiltrate quite so deep anymore and, like, put my life at risk. I think that I'd like to mentally just sort of catalog what's here. Lots more componentry, lots more casings. I'd like to get the distillery up and running pretty soon, too, I think. If the bartering guy's going to be coming back frequently. Okay, gunpowder, components. Alright. Some things that can be used. I don't hear the sound of anybody else here, so I'm not going to worry about it. A note that says, on the first day they robbed us. 2 days later they murdered our girls. I shot every one of them, but I don't want to use the gun anymore. It's broken and it's buried in the backyard. The next part looks shaky. If you're reading this, don't look for me. Okay, so there's a bed we can make use of. I wonder if you can relocate. Is that a thing you can do in this game? No, go this way. Hold on. There we go. Let's have a look about. I really want to catalog this stuff. It's buried in the backyard. Maybe it's back here somewhere then. Books. Okay, nothing useful in there. Is this locked? Okay, so the cabinet's locked. And then one final scavenging pile. We've got a lot of stuff right here that we can survive with, though. I mean, there's a lot. If we don't have stacks of other things, if we don't have full stacks, I'd rather bring it with us right now. Everything else is looking like it's fully stacked up. I'm going to get rid of the Rolos. I'm going to bring back... I guess we don't have any parts. Let's go back through everything and make sure that we haven't missed any parts here. Have him slide down and check this for parts. Everything that we can bring back with us in the stack. Okay, so there was just books right there. There's probably parts around here somewhere, but I think I'm a little bit antsy to get out of here. I'm going to look for the gun, though, in the backyard. There's noise coming from up here. It's a rat. Okay, we're good. Woo-hoo-hoo. Nerve-wracking. Absolutely harrowing. Ah, a broken pistol. I may actually unload that so that we can make ourselves a gun. I think we have enough wood too, and this spot is easy enough to scavenge, so I may bring that with me, and then we'll lower down on the wood a little bit, and then we'll get up out of here. This is going to be an easy spot for us to scavenge in the future, but that was a really good run for us. I'm excited about it. I am really, really pleased about the way our scavenging went for the night. Did we get hit again? If they know we're here, they might have hit us again. Day 4. We absolutely need to make weapons. We have no choice. I think that's going to be the task of the day for right now. How many weapons can I craft? I found plenty of really fine stuff. What a night. What a night indeed. I'm bleeding, but just a little still. Okay, so we didn't get hit. We brought back useful things. He's going to be very tired, so let's get him clocked out for the day. He's done. He's done his part. Hungry and tired, but I don't think that matters much for right now. Let's go ahead and get things constructed. I'm going to do weapons first, and then as we think about the weapons, he's still hungry, so we're still testing the boundaries of, you know, what we can accomplish. I think I would love to make a couple of knives. I mean, it's going to take a lot of parts, but there's a lot of parts left at the place too. So let's make a pair of knives. Up here with you, what do we need to do? We need to change the filter, so let's go check the filter. He's slightly wounded and tired. We don't have any way to heal ourselves right now, so what are you going to do? Once she gets done with the knives, I'll probably have one of them clock out tonight too, so that we can go back. Here, get over there. Hurry up. Go ahead, get things done. I need you sleeping, like right now. So we've got knives. She's tired. What else can we craft for right now? Is he done with the water up here? No. Oh, yeah, he is. Okay, good. So with her, that leaves us with not enough wood left to get certain things done. We have enough componentry left to make more filters. How's our water supply looking? Our things. We've got 9 water left, so that's good. Got gunpowder, a broken pistol, shell casings still around. I think the first day I made a mistake in getting the shell casings. Let's get the distillery started, I think. I'd like to be able to trade liquor for other valuable stuff. And so we'll have her do the distillery. Do we have enough for it? We need some more components. Okay, that's fine. How much fuel do we have? We have 0 fuel. I should probably spend some time making fuel then. Fuel require... Oh, we can make it out of wood. There we go. Let's make a couple of fuel. We'll chop that up and turn it into wood. Over here with you. I'm going to have you take a rest. So get on down there. Once Pavel's good and ready to go. Hey, can you help me? No, not Pavel. Go back to bed, man. Go back to bed. Hold on. What are you doing? Go back to bed. Bruno. I don't know if we should help this guy. He's an extra mouth to feed. We could use an extra survivor right now. Let's go answer the door. Since it's my first game, I'd like to live riskily and kind of tempt things out and figure out how the game works. He doesn't look like he has a weapon. He's looking for shelter. Have a heart. Heave a heart. You double-cross me and I'll heave your heart across the front yard. Let's talk to him. We could use an extra person. Thank you for answering the door. People tend to be so mistrustful of others nowadays. I'm Sveta. I apologize if I mispronounced that. I have no idea how to do, like, Eastern European names. Like, they can be very, very... Because the pronunciations are different. I think they use a different set of phonics rules. I teach history at a primary school, though, of course, now the classes are canceled. You're probably wondering what the reason for my visit is. Well, to be honest, I'm afraid to be alone with all the horrors of war around. Do you mind if I stay with you for some time? Well, she looks to be elderly. She could stay back, and she could help with things around the house. That would basically give us a stationary person who could just hang out here and do house stuff so that all my other survivors can do other jobs. I actually don't think that's too terrible of an idea. I'm going to have her take a rest, too. We don't have a lot of food, but with an extra person, that would free us up quite a bit. Alright, you can stay with us. Who are you, though? Let me look at your... She's slightly sick. Oh, that's not good. She brought disease with her. That's all bad. We don't have any pills or anything either, so we can't really fix her right now. I think things that I want her to do for right now... Let's have her prepare meals, and once it gets a little bit closer to the end of the night, we'll have people eat. I do want to see where food goes, though. I want to see how that escalates and how things get worse if we don't have food. So I think I'm going to break the episode off right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in the Nerd Castle for the next episode of This War of Mine. I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do.